friends, and welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Before we get started, hit the like button. The like button helps push this out to many more people, to help as many people as possible, and that's the whole goal of this channel. So if I'm helping you meet your goals, help me to meet mine just by hitting the like button. That's all I ask. That's a simple request. All right. Other than that, if you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing? Why haven't you subscribed yet? Come on now. So I didn't want to make another video about COVID-19, but I've had a lot of people messaging me about COVID-19, and I've had people asking me to do videos about COVID-19. So I got to give the fans what they want. I am a vessel. I give till it hurts. So I did want to make a video, and I've made a couple videos about it, but I did want to make a more comprehensive video about what we should do and what I'm doing as far as managing the anxiety that's coming with it. All of our anxieties are up. Mine's up, yours is up, everybody's is up. So, but like many anxieties for anything, whether that's fear of people, fear of heights, fear of anything, perspective is what keeps everything in order and keeps everything down here and keeps everything calm. It's all okay. All right? So, let's talk about this for a while, okay? Because I've had a lot of time to think about this and think about what I wanted to say about it, okay? So, there's a lot of reports coming out, and for me to give you the perspective of where I'm at with it, to kind of help ease your mind and how my mind has been eased a lot. At first, COVID was really kind of scaring me because, you know, I have a baby, I have elderly people that I know, and I don't want anything to happen to them or friends, family, blah, blah, blah. All right? I'm hunkered down like everybody else. But we have to keep in mind, and this is very important, bad news sells fast. They used to say it travels fast, but I say it sells fast. So, if you're watching two different news stations, one of the news stations says, hey, great news. We got great news about COVID. Nobody's dying. There's nothing you need to know about this. Go about your day. You're going to go, oh, okay. Now, if the same news comes on and says, COVID-19 strikes again with thousands of deaths and blah, 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 blah. Here's what you can do to prevent it tonight at 9. People are going to go, oh my God. Hey, 9 o'clock. We need to be watching, see what we can do. That's what sells. And they're selling advertisements. That way you'll get on later and go, what can I do? And you're watching. Pretty soon, Crest White Strips shows up. McDonald's shows up and all these things, and they're just getting us. So, that being said, they're using this against us. It's called fear-mongering. It's marketable fear, right? And they know that. There's a lot of great things that are happening with COVID that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about. How about the fact that if you live in America, it's a 93% success rate in America. That's a big success rate. Now, they also say things like, oh, well, if you have a heart condition, or if you have lung problems, or if you have diabetes, or if you're obese, these are all problems that could influence it, and that is probably absolutely on the money. But keep in mind, at 93%, now this is CDC, this is for sure the number we have so far, at 93%, there's definitely people with heart problems, diabetes, respiratory infections, that's respiratory problems in general. All these people are in that 93%. There's so many smokers in that 93%, it'll blow your mind. Like, these people are in it. So yeah, it's scary. And here's the thing. If I tell you, hey, so as you know, if you get in your car when you don't wear your seatbelt, like I don't, you have a higher likelihood that, if something did happen, that you could die. You know what I mean? Well, for me, I'm going to go, all right. wear my seatbelt as often as I should. I know I should, just like people know they shouldn't smoke, okay? But here's the thing. Is it likely that it's going to happen? Not really. No, not really. I mean, if it did, yeah. Should I be wearing it? Yes. Should people not be smoking? Yes. But all the same, you got to live a little. Put some danger in your life, all right? So, here is my recommendation for if this is freaking you out and you want to kind of calm down and you want to kind of find peace with this, because this is what you're going to have to do. Look, you have options here. You can choose to go down two different paths. You can choose to go down the path of, this freaks me out, I'm going to dwell on it, I'm going to fear about it, about my loved ones, about me, about my dog, about everybody, I'm going to freak out. Or you can come to terms with it, which is what any smart person would do. Now, if you're an anxiety person, it's going to be a little bit harder than normal people to come to terms with something that's happening like this. Is it a big deal? Yes, we should be, taking note of this. Is it as big deal as they say? I doubt it. Keep in mind, there's always two sides of every story. And between all the great news and all the horrible news, the truth always lies somewhere in the middle, okay? Keep that in mind. So, let's do this. Let's turn off all the notifications that come from, because we all have people. If you're on Facebook, you have people on Facebook that are just constantly posting about COVID-19. Okay, if they make a post or two, not a big deal. Don't be turning off their notifications or unfollowing them. But if you have somebody that's constantly posting about all the death tolls and all this, these negative people, just go to their profile and it'll say follow. You can click it and unfollow that person. Now it won't show up. Now you don't need to know this crap that they're spreading around, because people love to spread poop like it's fertilizer. So that's one thing. Another thing, stop watching the news. Now keep in mind, if there is something that you can do, you're probably already doing it, because they've already told us, really the only thing you can do is wash your hands and have social distancing and don't contact people. If you're doing that, you're doing literally all that you can do. So anything past this, you don't really need to know. It doesn't concern you. It doesn't need to be stewing around in your nugget. That's what I'm saying. Stop watching the news. If you are watching the news, stop it. Stop it. It's not a good place for you. Don't Google things. If you're getting a cough. Now, here's the thing. Here's the other side of the coin. I'm pretty sure. I didn't get tested, but I'm somewhere around the 89 to 87% sure that I had a strain or a version of COVID-19. Okay, I was doing a lot of running around, especially when stuff was getting crazy. I was stocking up ammo. I was stocking up food and medicine, just in case. Better have it, not need it, than to need it and not have it, right? So I was out and about, and then I got sick, and this has been like week 2, and I haven't been able to smell or taste a darn thing in that time. Now, usually when I have colds, smell is one of the things that go away, but not like this. Usually, if I stop smelling, I can kind of breathe while I'm eating, and then I'll get a little flavor. Zero, zada, zip, zilch, nothing, which happens to 2/3 of all the people that have COVID-19. But when I thought that I had it, I called my doctor and I said, hey, these are my symptoms. What am I doing? He's like, look, those symptoms are on par, so why don't you just stay quarantined, and wanted me to stay quarantined for 7 days. Well, that was yesterday. I was supposed to be coming out of quarantine yesterday. So I could have had two options. I could have Googled all of the symptoms. I could have tried to find every new little itching thing in my brain saying, hey, we need to look at this symptom. Look. I didn't. I went, you know what? If this is it, that's great. Okay. You have to be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? You have to make a mental checklist. Okay. So for me, I go, okay, I don't smoke. I'm a big guy, but I'm not, obese to the max. Yeah. Well, my doctor will probably call me obese, but I'm not like gigantic person. You know what I mean? And thirdly, I don't have any immune disorders. I don't really have any of the big things that would cause a problem. And here's the other side of the coin. If you have one of those things or a couple of those things, you are still insanely likely to get over it. Like literally, I'm telling people about how they shouldn't be afraid of the common cold. Here's the thing. So many people die of the regular flu, and you've heard this a bajillion times. Everybody keeps saying it. So many people die of the regular flu. Yes, pneumonia itself is kicking people's butt. Okay, it's been doing it for a long time, and it's going to continue to do it long after COVID has been forgotten about. Okay, so keep in mind there's nothing that you can do about it. So I'm pretty darn sure I had it. It was not that big of a deal for me. Now they always want to scare you. Here they go again. They're coming back to scare you. They always got something for you. Well, it could be really mild in one person and kill the next person. All right. Yeah, okay. I could also get hit by a meteorite. That happens. Did you know that? Did you know that? There's a certain amount, you can find the number. There's a certain amount of people that die from meteorites every year. Just walking around, hitting the head. I think it's like 11 people die a year from coconuts falling on their head. That's the thing. Didn't know that, did you? Well, now you do. Can't unknow it. So, these are all things to keep in mind. Okay, you're probably fine. Even if you, right now it's cold and flu season. So even if you get sick, you probably had the normal cold and flu. And if it is COVID, it's probably just going to last a little bit longer. You're fine. It's cool. You're fine. Chill. All right, friends. Do these couple little things. Also, if you're having, which is, telling people to just relax doesn't work. Okay. I know that. People used to tell me that. Make sure if you're having problems with heightened anxiety, if you're going into fight or flight or things like that, keep track of those normal things that we need to keep track of. Okay, COVID is just one more thing to worry about. Okay, so it's going to be handled the same exact way. If you're having problems, make sure you're focusing on your breathing, focusing on your posture. These are very important things. Focus on how that feels. You can't, like I said, confidence and anxiety can't hold the same place in your body at the same time. So if you get in front of a mirror, push your chest out, feel good. For the guys, I'm king. For the girls, I'm Cleopatra. You know what I mean? Like, feel confident. That's a big key, and it's helped me a lot. Like I said, breathing is a lot. If you notice, a lot of times when you're having anxiety, you're having shallow breathing. People breathe really shallow when they're having anxiety. So keep track of that. Do some deep breathing exercises. That'll help a lot. Eat right, exercise. Now with us being on the couch, and not doing as much, there's a lot of pent up energy. That's your normal routine burns a certain amount of energy, and now you're probably not burning as much. So you need to subsidize that at least a little bit with going for a walk. You can still go outside. See someone 6 feet, because they'll go outside. Do some yard work, keep moving, keep active, because that built up energy of you sitting on the couch is just going to be anxiety later. As soon as you lay your head down at night, you're going to go, oh, I felt fine. Well, you have enough energy now to sit there and freak out about every little thing that's going on in the world. Oh man, hope my stimulus check comes in. I hope maybe I'll get unemployment. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll get money from here. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So, all in all, friends, this anxiety is the exact same as the regular anxiety, and I'm dealing with it in the exact same way. Yes, my anxiety was up for a little while, just like everybody else's. When everybody's spitting out all the doom and gloom, just keep in mind, take it with a grain of salt. It will be okay. All right? At the end of the day, it's going to be okay. Just keep in mind, in 4 billion years, the sun's going to explode. All of this... If you're like me and you think this, some people don't, and that's fine. In my head, all this is for nothing. This is all a fluke. Every day is a gift. Okay? It's a gift. And people are going, well, what happens if the party's over? Well, then the party was over. Be happy that you were there. Everybody wants a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So, all right, friends. Until next time, I hope this video was helpful. If you know somebody who's freaking out about COVID-19, share this video with them. Give them some perspective. I hope it's given you a little bit more perspective from the other side of the coin, because there always is another side, okay? All right, until next time, I'm Aaron. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next video.